damn, these guys can sing, man. Shit. Oh, man, some praise and worship music. I'm telling you, gets you feeling pretty fucking good at the beginning of the day. I mean, this is the middle of my day. But, you know what I'm saying. It's Oliver's Papa here. I want to talk to y'all about something. And I'm a couple days late. I'm always a day late. Never a dollar short, though. Never a dollar short. This Brian Suzy, whatever the fuck. Marantz did a little piece the other night about this jerk-off's hit piece the other night on Ryan Cohen. Now, those of you who don't know who Ryan Cohen is, he's my buddy. He's a friend of mine. And he's the CEO now of GameStop. He was the chairman. Now he's the CEO. He's taking the reins. He's taking the bulls by the horn. He's taking full responsibility, accountability. He's working with intention, is what some people would say as well. Now, this Brian guy, I think he watched Meet Kevin. Remember Meet Kevin? His take on the last earnings report? Remember that thing? That was probably one of the most disingenuous pieces of, I don't even want to call it journalism. I mean, dude belongs at CNN or some shit, or Fox for that matter. One of the fucking two. Propagandist is all he is, and he had nothing good to say about it. He ignored the numbers or cherry-picked them in a way to make it look like GameStop was not being wholly transparent or upfront about their numbers. Numbers can be made to lie. Everybody knows that, but that's not what happened. And Mr. Marantz, some of you fucking jerk-offs, Mr. Marantz fixed that. Full. Go back and look at it. Go through the last couple of years. Go GME earning call, and go a day or two before the earnings call and listen to what he's saying. So he's not just Monday morning quarterbacking, which most of these people are doing all the time. Now this Brian Suzy guy, he's different. He's a different kind of scumbag. He's not even a scumbag. He's a weakling. He's a fucking weakling. All I saw and heard when I was watching him was sour grapes. Oliver's Papa is a bit of a writer. He's not a very good one. He's an amateur. But he published 2 books. And it was after the first book, and I blew a pretty good deal, an offer. But I would have to have changed it, and I thought, I'm not gonna compromise my art and all this other, just all these high-headed ideas, right? Ideals. It all turned out to be bullshit. Book wasn't even that good anyway. So I self-published it a few years later. Didn't do anything. I sold a few thousand copies. And I published a short story. Now, I used to write articles. I've written a few. Chicago Reader. I forget the other mag, the rag in Chicago. And these were rags back then. It's not that those newspapers weren't what they are today. My point is, I kind of knew. I'm like, you know what? There's so many. I mean, I can click on it on a half a dozen like personal blogs or websites right now, and I mean, and show you raw, real talent. The kind of talent that makes a writer that's being honest seethe with anger and jealousy. You know, like why couldn't I have been given that gift to weave together words like that? I just don't have it to the level where that I say with any kind of seriousness that I'm an author, even though I am, right? Enough about me. Let's get back to Brian of Yahoo Finance. He's a guy who took finance. Maybe he has an MBA. He's some kind of business administration thing, right? He's a guy who failed. He failed. A lot of critics out there, literary critics, they're professors or they're teachers now, but they tried to make it in the publishing world. They tried to have their work, they tried to make it. They didn't. So what do? They attack other writers. Their critiques are, they harshly critique people. They try to take them down. They try to make him look bad. That's what Brian did on his little Yahoo financing. And anybody can't see through that. Well, you don't need to know anything about finance. You don't need anything to know about writing. All you have to know is a little bit about bullshit. And what you heard was an almost personal attack on Ryan Cohen, his experience, his intention, and his talent. Now, I'll tell you what. I don't know how much Ryan Cohen got for his fucking bar mitzvah, and I don't know how much of that he'd invested in Chewy, but I do know this. That he took on, for the most part, took fucking Amazon on, didn't he? And Walmart, and all these other people selling doggy and kitty stuff, animal stuff online. He turned Chewy into a household name. Everybody I know, and I hadn't had a dog for years up until recently. We got my son's dog. Everybody I know for years, Chewy, became a household name. He didn't do that by sucking cock, did he? No, he didn't. He fucking put hard work in. You think he just was lounging around the house, sashaying across the fucking grounds in his robe and shit, just like John Barrymore? Or was he on the news? Was he on the news every night making harsh criticisms of other people who are trying to work hard and build something? That's the problem. That's the fucking problem right now, is that you tear down people who build something. If anybody has any integrity, they say, listen, this Ryan Cohen character, pay attention to him. Pay attention to this kid. Look what he's doing. Inspire people to be better, to try to do things. I'll tell you what, Mr. Brian, Susie, Sousie, whatever the fuck your name is. What have you ever been great at? Or what have you struggled to be great at and never made it, but still could look everybody else in the eye and say, you know what, I got out there and tried. I was a boxer. I wasn't a very good one if you look at the paper, but every time I went in there and I went swinging. Yeah. And nobody could ever tell me, you took a fall or you suck or you this. Yeah, really? I suck? Let's go. Let's you and I figure out who's the better of the two. That's the problem with us now. We're always so busy. All right, go ahead, Mr. Big Dick in the truck. Go ahead. We're always so busy tearing everybody else down and being jealous and or doing whatever. You know, maybe Brian has a short position on GameStop. Who knows? Then to make fun of the investors, young people who are trying to carve their own way, make their own way, young Americans who everybody says are entitled and they have everything they want and they don't have any talent and they're this, they're that, and the other thing. And what happens? What do you give them? You make fun of them for following this guy. What's not to follow? Look at this fucking guy. Come here. Look at this. What's not to follow? Look at him. Look at him. Look at them forearms. He looks like a little weak guy, right? Look at them forearms, huh? Let's see your forearms. Let's see your forearms. Brian, huh? Let's see your forearms. This man can hold a poodle in a picture and still look masculine. I think this guy might be as masculine as Mr. Morantz. He might be. Yeah. And I bet you he thinks Michael Jordan wasn't fucking washed up either. Or overrated, like Morantz does. Yeah. Anyway, Brian, there's a poem. That's not a poem. I'm sorry. There's a piece written by Teddy Roosevelt. And it's titled The Man in the Arena. And I used to know it by heart. I still have it taped up by my mirror. I don't know it by heart anymore, but it's basically the critic does not count. The credit goes to the man in the arena. The credit belongs to the man in the arena whose face is marred by the dust, sweat, and blood. And it goes on to talk about high achievement, defeat, loss, shame, humiliation, and not being a cold and timid soul that knew neither victory nor defeat, not being lukewarm, not being on the sidelines. Yeah, all these disingenuous pieces about GameStop. Man, you guys are fucking funny. I tell you what, I know where I get my information from. I know the motherfucker I get my information from, and his 6 other samurai that are on that team. I don't need anything from Yahoo Finance. Isn't Yahoo going out of business? Aren't these fucking people done yet? Yahoo. Man, I got your Yahoo right here. Suck it. Anyway, it's Oliver's Papa. Listen, everybody, greatness, follow the ones you think are great. The people that are great in the fields that you're interested in. And don't be ashamed to enjoy the things that you like. To root for the people that you want to. For your own reasons, for your own personal reasons. Stop letting these dicks on TV tell us anything, man. You know what I'm saying? It's enough is enough. Ryan Cohen has got brass balls. He's going into the lion's den again. I'm gonna put my money on him. Put my money on Ryan. That's who I'm gonna put my money on. All right, everybody. Oh, men and women of wealth. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.